Please take your seats quickly, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you.
Hi guys, and welcome to oneminutetennis.com. In today's session, I want to talk to you about how to shape the ball on the forehand, how to get enough speed and topspin to really alter the trajectory of the ball. Now, one of the best examples of this is Iga Swiatek. Iga has incredible racket speed and spin on the ball. And to achieve this, she does two things a little bit more extreme than most of the players and a lot more extreme than the female players. I want to show you what these are, why they work, and how you can apply them to your game to get a better forehand today. The first thing is Iga always has her hand below the contact point of the ball when she swings up and into the ball. You see, most players actually take the racket back and then just drop the racket below the contact point with the ball, and then swing up to the ball with the momentum of the racket going from low to high. But Iga will actually lower her hand as with the racket drop. So then, as she comes into the contact with the ball, she's coming up with the momentum of the racket and the force of the hand and the arm coming up to create topspin. This will inevitably create much more speed and power. Nearly every professional does this, but Iga's is a little bit more extreme. But most recreational players do not do this. So make sure as you take the racket back that your hand is going down with the racket to below the contact point with the ball so that you can swing up when accelerate with the momentum of the racket and with the speed and strength of the hand and the arm. This really makes a difference, and often it's the difference, it's the tipping point between whether you just get topspin effect on the ball or whether you really can make the ball swerve through the air. And then the second thing that she does that's a little bit more extreme is she has the racket angled out to the side when beginning the drop of the racket. You see, most recreational players that I see have the racket lined up here, and then they will either just swing through flat, or they drop the racket and the racket drops like so and then comes through on a kind of linear motion. But if you have the racket out to the side, like a 45-degree angle here, then as I drop the racket and pull it forwards, the racket will naturally drop across the line of the ball, and now I swing outwards, creating angular momentum and a lot more power. Now let me show you from another direction. So if I take the racket back and I line up with the ball and with the direction that I want to hit the ball, the racket will just drop and I swing through on a linear path. But if I have the racket pointing at a 45-degree angle, then as I drop the racket and come through, the racket will snap across the line of the ball and then naturally recoil outwards. This creates way more spin and way more power. So try to put these two techniques into your game. Remember, the hand goes below contact and the racket stays out to the side at like a 45-degree angle. If you do this, then I think that you'll get way more speed, power, and most important, effect on the ball. You'll be able to shape and swerve the ball, and that makes it much more difficult for your opponent and much easier for you. I'd love to know how this works for you and your players. You know I love your feedback and I try to reply to every single comment. And if you want to practice this or any other of my ideas, have a look at playyourcourt.com. They send professional tennis coaches direct to you and direct to your local court. It's a fantastic service. The information on their membership is in the comment section below. So remember, the hand goes below the contact point. The racket drops is from a 45-degree angle, and then you'll have more racket speed, more spin, more control, and a better forehand today. Thanks for watching, and see you next time for more unique tennis lessons that really work.